All right.
Mate,
Hey ho and ho hey. Well,
keeping an eye on the timer.
another day, another dollar.
Mhm.
Speaking of dollars, how'd you like to talk about 700,000 of them?
Sure.
Seems like our buddy from Long Island, George Santos, Jorge Santos. I don't
Could
know
be
how he.
DeSantos. You don't know. They might be related. It could be his, brother from another something.
Yeah. Um. Apparently, he has been served with an ethics committee, like inquiry violation type thing, saying that they're starting to investigate his claim that he contributed $700,000 of his own money to his campaign when he only makes $55,000 a year. So there's a
Yeah.
small little discrepancy there.
Poquito.
And the two senators that brought this to the ethics committee are looking for sanctions and or denial to any committee.
Oh, the same ethics committee that they're about to cut, like, the cojones off half of them. Yeah.
No, no, that's a different committee.
Now, the ethics committee, they want to term limit them. So that means they
That's a
need to
different
put up.
part of the committee.
Yeah. Is it? Oh, all right. I thought it was the
Mhm.
same. Okay. My
No,
correction then.
there's I did some looking into it. There's
Oh, okay.
two
Good.
branches to the ethics committee. One is like a civil oversight,
Right.
and that's the one that they want to cut, not the actual committee itself.
Of course. The one that affects them the most, I'm sure.
Yeah, just like they want to cut the cameras, the CNN, what C-SPAN cameras inside the
Already
house.
have. Yeah, they can only
Beautiful.
use the house cameras now. They did that like immediately. It's the first thing they did was get rid of the camera. Heaven forbid if something's public and they can't control the narrative. Heaven forbid that we can't see them act like idiots up on the committee panels because they're going to be in charge. Can you imagine Jim Jordan? I know we're getting way off topic, but can you imagine Jim Jordan sitting there badgering these people? Yeah, when he's a chair, that'll be interesting.
Well, the bricks are starting to crumble.
So,
Santos is now looks like he may be held responsible for what he did. Although he claims he has never ever done anything unethical.
yeah, just embellishments. That's all.
Like stealing $700 from a disabled elderly man so he could buy shoes is not unethical.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Like he's going to need it soon.
And apparently, there's going to be from Long Island lawmakers. There's going to be an announcement tomorrow, an important announcement tomorrow regarding Santos.
Mm,
And these are from the GOP lawmakers of Long Island. So I wonder what this could be.
not that that got leaked out or anything.
I wonder if this could be them. I mean, they can't. Could they initiate a vote of no confidence, or maybe
I don't think
request,
it works quite that way for
or
another
maybe
member.
maybe request a like they did with the governor of California, another vote to see if he should stay in?
That's not an. Well, I think that was a recall vote. Yeah,
Right.
that was a recall vote they did for Newsom in California,
Could they do
and he
that
won
for?
that. So, but
Could
he
could
did
they
not
do
get
that for
removed.
Santos?
I don't know. Newsom was a governor.
Right.
Santos is a senator, a representative of the state. I don't know how that works.
I'm kind
Things
of
that come
curious
up,
as
I
to
never had to look.
what this announcement would be.
Well, I don't know. What I heard a bit ago was that there's formal ethics charges against him. There's a formal investigation
That's correct.
put forth for him. So
That's correct.
that's
But that's already
unless
out.
they got something right off. Well, no, this was put today, I believe.
What? I
From,
mean, that's already
from
out in
his
the public.
district.
That's already out in the public.
Right,
Everyone
but
knows.
that was done today. You know,
So
well,
what is
no,
this?
it's just more formal. Before it was a we need to and blah blah blah. Now we are.
I understand that, but that's all out in the public now. So what could
Okay.
the announcement be tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe they already have what they need. Maybe it was so obvious because he admitted
Well,
everything on camera. What else is there? I did this shit. I lied, of course. Blah blah blah. He gave his own evidence. Maybe that's all they needed. Maybe because he's such a small fish. Do you think they're going to come rescue him at this point? No, he hasn't done anything. You know.
now I did hear a audio of him telling someone when asked about the sanctions and not being able to be on committees, and if he was looking to be on a committee, and his answer was, "Of course I want to be on committees." And they asked, "Well, what committee do you want to be on?" He said,
Yeah, I don't care.
"I don't care. Just put me on anything. I just."
anything. I'll do whatever you need.
And it's like, really? So you have nothing you're passionate about.
Hmm.
You just want the title.
Right.
That is the lamest bullshit ever.
Got to be more money than he was making as a whatever the hell he was doing before. Wasn't he like a cook or dishwasher or something?
I believe he worked for a satellite company or a cable company.
Okay, that's interesting. Probably cold calls, I would imagine.
That's one brick. Another brick is the CFO of Trump's little organization there in New York is going to go spend 5 months at Rikers Island.
That should be interesting. I hear that's a really fun place to be.
And then once he's released, after his time in prison, he's resigning from the company.
Like planned or
Planned.
like he said, fuck this place, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I would assume so, or it was
Thanks for coming to help me out, man.
or it was a joint venture, and they all said, "You know what? You're kind of tainted now. We need you to
Time to
step down."
retire, yeah. Well, I think he's probably got even though he did that, I'm sure he bid a few. Well, no, he made deals, didn't he? He flipped. That's how they got so much evidence against him, is because he flipped.
I would assume that he did, because even though he's getting prison time, he's getting 5 months. Who gets 5 months at Rikers? Rikers is
Yeah, that's pretty bad news there. I don't know. Maybe he's a snitch or something. Maybe we'll see that when he's in there. Hopefully he'll survive. He won't be the same. He'll definitely be a little bit changed coming out of Rikers. I'm actually a little bit surprised to discover that's where he went.
Well, he is like 75 years old.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Imagine.
I mean, if you ask me, I thought prison was supposed to be for rehabilitation and the like. Sending him to prison for 5 months isn't long enough to rehabilitate my dog. And as punishment goes, 5 months, really? That's like sending your kid to the corner, stand in a corner for 5 minutes.
Right, timeout.
You know, it's no punishment, nor is it rehabilitation. So, what is it, symbolic?
And also, he gets most, if not all, of his wealth, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't.
Punishment for any of that.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear anything about government seizure or anything.
So who knows? Maybe they can buy him some comfort in Rikers. I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably one of the most corrupt places in the whole state as far as prisons go.
I would assume Sing Sing, but what do I know?
Yeah, I've been seeing them in the news a lot lately. They're definitely not going to win Gold stars for much.
Third brick.
Bring it.
Marjorie Taylor Greene getting
Oh, yeah.
slapped with a cease and desist from Dr. Dre, with the most insulting cease and desist I have ever read, and I've read quite a few.
It was fun read.
And her response is basically that of a second grader. I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah.
So that, at which point it got her taken off of Twitter even temporarily. It got her.
Oh, was she back on already?
I don't know, but I do know that her license was, quote, or her account was, quote, temporarily suspended.
Take it.
Unquote.
Something special from that. Anyway.
And her favorite person in the world blew a gasket today.
Boebert.
No. I'm sorry, but Sweet Potato Hitler. He went on a rant about Biden.
No way.
Which held maybe 1/100th% of truth.
Yeah.
And here's the truth. The true part of it is Biden did, in fact, find confidential papers in an office that he hadn't used in a few years.
Right.
That he
From the VP days.
Then he immediately turned over to
Archives.
The archives, the National Archives. Now, according to him, he who shall not be named.
Right. Funny you say that.
Biden took those and supposedly claimed, this is all according to him, supposedly to Trump, he took those papers and supposedly Trump is claiming that Biden claimed that he declassified them, which he never claimed.
No.
And then 45 went further and said that not only did he declassify them, but he sold them to China.
Of course he did.
He sold them to China along with other secrets we don't know about. And of course,
that's what Trump did with his shit.
And of course, 45 said, but I would never do that.
Because he just admitted to that. That's exactly what he did with his shit. That's exactly what he did with it. He needs money, man. He's so cash freaking hemorrhaging right now.
He's claiming that Biden sold out his country to China.
He did exactly. If Trump did what Biden did, guess where he would not be right now? In fucking trouble. If he did the things that Biden did, because Biden did, there's even an investigation opened up by the DOJ. Did it automatically. It was an automatic investigation, but the archives was happy. They got their stuff back. Nothing was missing, damaged, or whatever. It was kept in a secure area. So fuck you, because he kept his in a mop closet or whatever that was wide open. At least this was under lock and key.
And apparently they were clearing out the place, and his lawyers found it, and they called they notified the National Archives immediately. And then handed over all the papers that very next morning.
Yep. They did exactly what they're supposed to have done with the information. Exactly. Per protocol.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So when you hear those Fox News consumers going, see, he did the same thing as Trump. Why is it okay for him? It's not the same.
Because he didn't. It's not the same.
Not the same.
Not even remotely close.
And again, that just goes to show how unhinged 45 really is. from reality. I don't mean unhinged as in, I mean, he's stepped away from reality.
He turned something that was potentially that he could have made benign, and he made it a big deal. You know, he could have just immediately given up everything he had and just dealt with it and sucked it up, and that would have been the end of it.
And speaking of sweet potato Hitler, apparently three individuals from Ohio went to the Supreme Court, went as far as the Supreme Court, to have them throw out the results of the 2020 election and install Trump as president. And the Supreme Court said, yeah, we're not going to do that.
I'm half surprised, but pleasantly so.
My question is, how did the case get that far in the first place?
Yeah, really. That's a good question.
I mean, shouldn't some lower court have said, dismissed with prejudice so that they can't bring it up again?
Right.
It got all the way up to the Supreme Court before the Supreme Court said, yeah, well, let's look at this. We looked at it. Yeah, we're not going to entertain this lawsuit.
That's happened quite a bit lately.
I mean, first off, why would they even have to look at it? I would look at the title and go, no, not doing it. First of all, it's a ridiculous premise. Second of all, neither one of those people who brought the lawsuit have any standing in the lawsuit. In other words, right. for us laymen, they don't got a dog in the fight.
Right.
And yet they think that they can just go in and do something on behalf of everyone. So basically, the ruling was we're not going to entertain it. And even if we did, you can't bring this to us anyway.
Right.
So another shot for Trump gone. When is he going to give up?
When they give him an orange jumpsuit to match his hair.
Now,
and his skin.
What's going to happen in 2 years when he loses again?
Interesting.
Will he give up then and step aside? Or will he go for 2028?
Huh. In a jar, you mean? Because I'm not so sure. I think he eats too much KFC and Mickey D's. Yeah, I'm surprised he's lasted this long, sorry to say. The epitome of health he is not.
So it looks like some politicians are starting to crumble. There's a clip from when they were voting for the Speaker of the House. And in that clip, it shows Marjorie Taylor Greene holding her phone to give to someone, and that the person on the other end of the phone was Donald Trump, and the person who was receiving the phone saw it was Donald Trump and said, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna."
Yeah, I saw that. DT. Yeah.
They wouldn't even pick. They didn't even want to pick up for Donald Trump. So it seems like his influence, his empire, whatever you want to call it, is
have severely diminished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like his mental capacity.
It seems like he has the type of touch where everything he's touching is turning to shit.
Yeah. Just like his cognitive skills, they're diminishing rapidly. And did you hear about this? This is my last funny part of this whole political crumbling. Apparently, Melania was complaining that while 45 was in office and they lived in the White House, people would come into the yellow Oval Office
Hmm.
while she was walking around in nothing but a but a robe, and without being announced, people like Rudy Giuliani.
Wow.
Yeah, and so she felt very offended by that. My question is, don't they have separate quarters for housing and
Yeah.
and business?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Or if they don't, they should, and if they do,
No, they do. It's separate.
and she should not be walking around in a robe in a business office.
No, it's the private residence. Yeah, there's a private residence. I don't remember which side it is or where it's located, but yeah, they have a section of the White House that's their house. You know.
So either Giuliani was where he wasn't supposed to be trying to get a pervy look, or she was where she wasn't trying to be. She wasn't supposed to be trying to get someone to give her a pervy look.
And who? Yeah, of course he would oblige. He doesn't care. You know, there's no pride there.
So, yeah, I thought that was kind of funny that she's walking around in a robe, complaining that people are watching her walk around in a robe when she's in a robe in a place that people are going to be walking.
Well, if you do a short little internet search, I'm sure you find all the revealing images you wish on her. So, so there isn't much left to the imagination.
This
yes.
is true. This is true. And that is just a friendly reminder that once we hit 50 subscribers, and that is our goal, to hit 50 subscribers by March 31st. Once we hit that 50 subscribers, we will be giving away one Amazon gift card with a value of $50 to a single randomly picked subscriber.
Oh.
So help us reach our goal. We're on our way. We're almost to 30. Help us reach that goal of 50, and one lucky subscriber will be rewarded with an Amazon gift card. And with that, I'd like to say, Matt, any closing words?
No, I'm curious on what people are going to say down below too. I want to hear input. Definitely want to hear some input.
Well, here's what I say. If anyone's got a comment, it's going to take a long time because they have to type in between laughing so hard at the idiocy of that party.
There's that.
Or if they're part of that party, they're going to be banging so heavily on the keyboard. It's going to take them a while to get everything put back together to type.
And so we'll get some. That'll be something.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. So, look at that. So, Matt, I would like to say I've been looking forward to following this Santos thing to the end. And I'm hoping that it won't go too far. But what I'm also looking for is for them to finally, once they start, because once the dam opens, it opens.
It opens.
And
yeah.
I'd like to
approve him or disapprove him.
Well, I'd like to see them start investigating other politicians like Ron DeSantis. And see if he has violated any ethics clauses.
Andy Biggs.
Or that jackass from Texas.
Oh yeah, Abbott.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say DeSantis and Abbott go hand in hand, but I'm more inclined to think they're kind of cheek to cheek in bed together. So, that's just a horrible image. So with that,
right.
With that, I will say good luck, good night, and goodbye. We will see you when we see you.